I don't have a mirror. I don't know when I'm going to be done. I'll use you. I'll use you. Oh, okay, I've just missed a fucking spot there. I look great. I think this is all I've met. That'll do for now. So I've been getting asked from my millions of followers on YouTube and Twitter, you know. I get asked a lot. Creepster, why do you shave your hair? You know, why do you shave your head? And that's a good question. So today, I'm gonna answer that. Cue the whatever I'm gonna do. There's a few reasons why I shave my head. But before I jump straight into that, it's a little bit of a story time here for you guys today listening and watching the video. Honestly, today, this video isn't really something you can watch as such. So, you know, go do whatever you want. Just put it on in the background or whatever and just listen to my soothing voice. While I tell you the story as to why I started shaving my head in the first place. Yeah, so like I said, before I get into, you know, why I carry on shaving my head, I'll tell you why I started shaving my head. Well, it happened around, I'm not very good, I can't really think of the years and things, but age-wise, you know, so I'm 21 now, and I think the first time I shaved my head was around about when I was 16. 17. I was like late 16, early 17, and so this was a year after I had left high school. It was the start of the second year of college. It was coming up to, and I decided to I was like, hey, like, I think I was listening to Modern Baseball at the time. Honestly, I think it was them. And I think it was the singer from that, I don't know, but I think he had long hair. I can't even fully remember, this was a while back. But essentially, I saw a cover art or a photo and he had shaved his head, and that kind of like intrigued me. I was like, that's interesting. I was like, I could do that too. And you know, so I think a bit after that, I was like, oh, do you know what? I want a bit of a mohawk rocking on. I wanted a mohawk. So I did that, but like, basically I didn't have like a full-on mohawk. I decided to shave it, and it was like just down here. So I was like shaved here, and then like I had like just a little bit more raised. So it was like still quite shaven. I don't really know what word, I think it's shaven that I'll use there. Anyway, let's forget about grammar and all that. Yeah, so that's what I did, and so I think that was that was like a month or two before I started the second year of college, and then by the time that started, it was like quite puffy, but I was still shaving the sides, so I started getting quite a long mohawk puffy thing. It was really nice, actually. I did actually like that, but I remember just saying, I was like, I want it back. I want that mohawk, that flat mohawk again. I want that shaved sort of mohawk again. So I tried to do that. But the problem is with doing that, honestly, is that if it's kind of off on one side, you can tell, and it really pisses me off. I mean, it's not even that bad, but it pisses me off. So I ended up fucking it up. Well, it wasn't me. I was getting my girlfriend and my mum to do it, honestly. But it kind of wasn't right, and I was getting annoyed. And then it became too thin, and I was just like, I look stupid. So I shaved it off, and I just had like how I kind of have it nowadays. Where did I get to? I have no idea where I got to. I think yeah. So I was shaving then, and I liked it, and it was pretty good. So near the end of the college year, it was at the end of the college year, you know, that was about the time, really, I think it was like a couple months after that second year of college, I was actually, you know, that was the point where I was kind of diagnosed with cancer, kind of, and I had like this surgery and stuff, and like, you know, I think like just before that I had shaved my head again anyway, and it was just starting to grow out again. So you know, you get diagnosed with cancer, you know you're gonna lose your hair, you know, if you know anything about chemotherapy and all the other treatments of cancer, you know you're gonna lose your hair a bit. So, you know, I was already accustomed at this point to having pretty much little to no hair. So I just shaved it again just before I went in for my treatment, and then for about, so, you know, I was going through treatment for about 2 years, and obviously by that time I wasn't really having much hair growing. I wasn't having much hair growth, understandably, throughout those 2 years of treatment, 2 to 3 years of treatment. So essentially, well, it was about 2 years of treatment, I'd say, yeah. So around 2 years of treatment. So I have become very accustomed to having little to no hair, even more. And after the treatment had ended and my hair was growing, I wanted dreadlocks, so I was growing it out, and it got pretty long, and I woke up one day and I was like, do you know what? I was like, I friggin' hate long hair. I was like, I freaking hate it. So I ended up buying this little shaver, a Remington. I don't know the exact model or anything like that, I just know it's a Remington model. And fucking hell, I've not looked back since. So since around I was 20, I've started just shaving my hair ever since. I've grown it out a couple of times, but you know, I always get that, just one day I'll wake up and I'm just like, do you know what, I want to shave my head again. And now, for the reason I've carried on shaving my hair, it feels so much better, honestly. People will say, something along the lines of like, oh, let the wind blow through your hair, and that feeling is nothing in comparison to the feeling of the sun and the wind and just the elements in general just hitting your fucking head. Your fucking head, like, there's nothing that beats it, honestly, in my opinion. I guess it's all like opinion based, but it just feels so much better, honestly. And you know, because I wear a hat. I wear hats a lot. I'm a hat wearer. I pretty much wear a hat. If I don't wear a hat, I feel very uncomfortable. I've gotten very accustomed to wearing hats. So, I mean, that's another reason I shave my head. I mean, I don't have to worry about the bulk of hair. Just, you know, I don't have to change the thing. My head is my head. I have a moderately small head, I think. So, not having that hair, I mean, I just keep my things fastened as much as they need to be. Whenever I grow my hair out, I do end up having to change the hat thing, and it's like, it's just a lot of faff that I don't want to deal. It's not a lot of faff, it's just a little bit of a faff, and I don't want to deal with it, okay? I don't want to deal with it. What was the other point? It's just, you know, I think it looks better too, honestly, on me. At least when I have my facial hair, like, kind of scruffy or just generally grown out in some kind of way. Because if I shave, because for a while I was shaving my head and my beard, well, facial hair. I don't really have much of a beard. But I was shaving, and it made me look ill, because I'm very skinny, obviously, you can tell. It made me look very ill. It made me look like I was still a cancer patient, honestly, so... I've stopped shaving my hair, my facial hair as well, and I think it starts to look... I still look pretty fucking stupid. I don't think I'm ever gonna not look stupid, but it definitely looks a lot better than what it did, so yeah. Another reason is it makes you look a hell of a lot better in like outfits. Like you can fit almost any look with a shaved head, like, and it won't matter. Like the only thing that you can't really wear and pull off is a scene kid look, and that's it. Honestly, you need that emo hair, you know? Like you need that hair to really look like a scene kid. You can look alternative still. I mean, there's a lot of alternative styles that are like, you know, incorporate like a bold look. And honestly, because I wear hats, it doesn't even matter. Your head doesn't get as hot, and that's the biggest problem. I think my problem with having a hot head has honestly stemmed from all my cancer treatment, honestly, because I was so scared of getting a temperature. So whenever I felt warm, I was like, fuck, dude. I hated it. So I think that's honestly stemmed from there. So I think that's another reason why I shave it. I think subconsciously / consciously, I just like to make sure I have a cool head. A nice, ice cold, chilly head. Yeah. I think that's it, honestly. I'm gonna steal you, because I don't know what I need to shave. And this isn't even the best thing to do. This isn't even the best way to do it, so I'm probably gonna have to move to the bathroom and get a fucking mirror or something, honestly. Because I have no idea where I need to shave. I had a thought while I was shaving that last little bit, or at least for the most of it. The cons of shaving your head. I think that's like something that needs to be said. When you first do it, it's a bit of a shock, honestly. It's a bit like, but I think that you could say that about any sort of hairstyle in general. If you go from one hairstyle to a completely different one, you're gonna have that initial shock of like, I don't know who I am, or something or whatever. But that passes within a few days, or at least for me. I guess it depends on what type of person you are, honestly. I've never really been too fussed with my hair. I think the only time I was really bothered was near the end of high school. But when I look back on what my hair looked like back then, fucking hell, I look like a twat, honestly. So this is a step up, definitely. But yeah, so you know, one of the cons is that you look very different straight away. Another one is that you have to be kind of, you don't have to be careful, but I mean sometimes you can look a bit rough, you know. Obviously I'm just a cute little kawaii motherfucker, so you know, I mean, I don't know, you can look a little dodgier, you can look almost like a neo-Nazi, honestly. But that's about it. I can't really think of many negatives, because I honestly just feel so much better. Oh yeah, I suppose the negative, like I was speaking about earlier, you can look rough. If you're skinny, like me, like you can look a bit like a crack addict, honestly. But really, I mean, being skinny, you're gonna look dodgy almost no matter what your hairstyle is. I think it just comes with the body weight, honestly. So, you know, you're not gonna look amazing still because of it. And then, what else? I don't know, I had another fucking thought about my hair, and I can't think of it now. I think this is the end of the video, honestly. Thank you for watching. So fine.